IVM.
LANSO is back. The World Cup is over. Lots of cricket left in this year and the next. And we have Aniruddha and Janice, who are known to be film buffs. But they are also, and this very few people know, they really love their, what is that, marbles. Okay, right here on Left Arm Not So Orthodox, it's time to push the World Cup aside. Sadly, India didn't win. I tried to fix the game, didn't happen. But we have lots more cricket coming up. India and West Indies, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, and above all, the Ashes. Before that, Ireland also play a test match against England. But for now, Rajay is here with us, who loves his cricket, also known as Aniruddha, and his better half. Janice, can you introduce yourself? You've played for the other Parsis, I think, in the 80s.
Yes. I've also played for the Minority Cricket Club of India.
Okay, listen, guys. This is called left arm not so orthodox.
Sure.
Because I myself am a right arm fast bowler.
Yes.
And so I never bowl left arm orthodox. So I like that spin on it.
Okay.
Nice.
Favorite
Smart name.
left arm orthodox bowler? Okay, leave it.
Kuldeep Yadav.
Kuldeep
Abhi right now.
Go. He's not orthodox, but he's left arm Chinaman.
Yeah.
Huge difference, but I'm not going to call you out on it. Let's quickly get into this. India going to West Indies. The squad has been announced first. M.S.Dhoni has gone to the army for 2 months. Your views?
Is he going to stay there for a couple of years at least? Or?
Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room and finish it off. Is he done for you? Be honest.
I mean, he was done like 6 months before the World Cup began, frankly.
So this is not hindsight. You were one of those guys who said
No, from the very beginning, because I mean, otherwise we would not have ever had the middle order problem that we saw we had. So, yeah, we tried to fix it too late, I felt.
So, I really thought he'd announced...
I'll tell you something, I also don't care anymore. Like, right now, if Dhoni wants to play a year more, let him fucking go ahead and do it.
Because the context is not there for a World Cup.
Because now I don't really, because I know he's not going to make it for the next one, which is 4 years from now, hopefully. So, if he wants to take his time, 6 more months, take it, I mean, it's too
Janice,
late.
he is a legend.
I'll
Let's accept 350 odd one-day games is a legend. Sorry. Doesn't that count for anything?
No, I'll tell you what's funny, right? What's ironic is that Dhoni is the captain who's credited with getting out all the old foggies when they were supposed to
get out. So you do read your cricket. You read your Gotham Gambhir tweets and everything. You know everything. This is one of those people who pretends not to know cricket.
No.
She knows everything.
Wait. I'm saying the irony is that now he's being spoken of as one of those old foggies who needs to get out of the Indian cricket
team,
just right?
Like in any... This is like life.
Is that the right analogy?
The circle of life.
No, absolutely.
Haven't you all seen Lion King? This is what happens, right?
Yeah, we're going to do Hakuna Matata today.
Well, maybe Hakuna Matata, but the point is that's how it happens. The old order changes and you move forward. What can you do?
No, it's also not like...
So let me ask this question. It was semi-final, everyone fell like one, whatever, like flies, all of them fell, especially our top order. If Dhoni had managed to stay on and...
He did.
No, he did almost, right? Would we have had a different conversation today?
He also came out of batting
Wouldn't we be having a different
India had reached
conversation
the final and won the World Cup, I think he would have retired on the spot.
Even if he had saved
and B,
us
he
on
would
the
have retired as a hero, which he still is. But now you can see the guns around.
I wish India won just so that they could take Dhoni on their shoulders and give him that lap that Sachin got, so that he retired.
You're the cynic who has no time for the romance of the game at the end of the day.
He's been saying it through the World Cup.
No, and I said it even before.
No, but the voices are louder now, and they're going to get louder and louder because people are like, enough sentiment. Let's move on.
No, for example, tell me something. Has Karthik
you're carrying Rishabh everywhere.
Has Dinesh Karthik been picked up for the West Indies series?
Well, see, the point is that so DK.
No, I really don't know.
No, DK is probably now. This is it for DK. Okay,
no, but that's the problem, right? I mean, DK for a year was our finisher, right? That's the reason why
we got confused. He was a finisher more on the T20 format, in a sense. And then suddenly, where do you bat him? They didn't bat him at 4 in the beginning or anything like that.
But then they sent him in at 4. In the semi-final match.
They did,
but we didn't, right?
Exactly, but we didn't have any clear thinking on that number 4 upwards positions. Dhoni sometimes came at 5, sometimes came at 7 in the semi-final. So I know flexibility and all is important, but this is 50 overs and I think we got it wrong from a strategy point of view, which is not Dhoni's fault. Then you have to go back to the boardroom.
Absolutely not. But I felt Dhoni holding up that place for that long period of time, because especially when he retired from tests, what was the idea of doing that? You sort of groom new talent. Rishabh Pant takes the number 7 spot, and suddenly your test batting seems really strong because you have a really strong batsman, wicket keeper. I think the decision was not about what happened at the World Cup and hindsight, like you say, because you're right. If Dhoni would have taken us through, we would have been chanting.
To be honest, with the way Jadeja was batting, there was that little chance, for 20% chance at that point.
Yeah, but it's got to do with the fact that the decision should have been taken probably a year before the World Cup.
This is the difference between us and the West, in the sense that they really, when they have a board, the board is above the cricketers.
Yeah.
I think in our star system, as you guys know better than us, cinema and everything else, you're a star in India and then you dictate the industry.
So you're
No,
saying
also the
someone...
cricketers,
No.
they preempt it. So they don't wait for them to be ousted.
Off the record,
and-
I've been told Steve Waugh, for example, was given a phone call in the India series saying, look, this is your last series.
Yeah.
Now, but you announce it because you're the great Steve Waugh. We'll let you do that. And that's how it played out. But in his book,
No,
he sort of mentions
also
that.
Kohli is in complete awe of Dhoni. So it's like your captain is a fanboy who comes out, and every time any sports journalist asks him a question about Dhoni's form, he just says that he knows what he has to do and give him that time.
And you took 4 wicketkeepers
But
in a
okay,
sense.
1 second. Is it too much to ask for someone like he said, like Dhoni's a legend, right? He wants to go off on a high. He doesn't want to go off. He doesn't want to announce his retirement probably after having lost the World Cup, right? Isn't that fair to just give him that one chance?
No, right now we're not talking about...
Sachin Tendulkar
Now, like
hosted
I
his
said, now he
welcome
can...
by how
Janice,
much?
so let's say that that's done. Now where we stand now as we go to West Indies next week from the time of recording, what happens then? What's our plan? That's
No, but
because
I'm
see, he's
saying
not announced his retirement. He's taken a break for 2 months, so they didn't have to call the spade a spade or whatever. So that difficulty of that decision has not been made. But they have to make that decision at some point. Post West Indies, South Africa coming to India, a hard series. It may not be so hard, but the point is who'll play. In the limited over lineup, who's going to play?
See, I think we are all pretty certain about the fact that Rishabh Pant is going to be taking on that role because he's already done it in the tests.
Okay.
The question right now is that does it matter anymore?
No, so then you're Dhoni, for God's sake, one of the greats of all time, in India.
I think now we
So you're going to-
should arrange a one-off at Ranchi and sort of see him off. We should invite the World Cup winning team England.
Such a cynical, mean man, really. I mean, this is the guy who
So 1
changed
second, the debate you guys are having is essentially कि वो
No,
कभी वो
they've
2 month
not
का break
belled
ले
the
रहा है.
cat.
So when
They've
is he
not-
going to
Janice,
retire?
they've not belled the cat. The series, the World Cup is over, and at that point, a lot of the countries say, okay, X, that's it. Now we have to look at the next 4-year cycle. That's how most people do.
No, but I think okay.
Coaches and captains and all get the treatment. Football, cricket, any sport. World Cup is a huge moment.
No, so now I got it. What you're saying, you're right. If we would have won, there would have been no delay.
I
in
think he would
having
have retired
announced-
himself.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
if he announces retirement, it's almost like he's taking
And
blame.
yeah.
So he won't do it now.
So then what happens going forward? So West Indies series, he's on a sabbatical. That's exactly what it is.
But like,
They are
what should
MSK
happen is what you have said. The
So
board
what?
needs to step in and say, "Ke boss, retire ho jao." मतलब or we just
नहीं,
say.
but again, ना वो नहीं. I mean, they won't do that with the Dhoni. They
See,
probably
this
let
is
him
very-
play one more.
One more
What-
one.
Whichever the next.
So one
And
more.
what will that achieve?
Not
so
World
literally,
Cup.
Your
I'm saying,
Ranchi
what is the
idea, like a
se-
benefit match. He plays one more game. India claps. The great man
No,
comes
but
out.
here's
he
my
performs,
worry.
and then he's gone.
Here's my worry. The T20 World Cup is next year in November.
But they didn't play him in the T20s for the last year. He's played only white ball cricket more or less, no?
No, he was part of both T20 and he was part of the T20 team.
But will they play him in the T20?
With the idea that he was going to keep at the World Cup, the one-day World Cup. I'm saying, do you think there is a possibility?
I don't know. But if he's staying around, then you might as well. Then he's up for it, right?
That's
Why
like
is
1.5 year away.
Well, it's 2020. Where are we now? Yeah, a
Yeah,
year away.
November
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, so a year away, a year and a bit. Chalo. You never know. I can't say anymore. People are just playing on forever.
Yeah.
It's all changed.
Yeah.
Couple days
What
was-
is the other decent way to retire? So you don't want to retire on you can't retire because we lost the World Cup. You're not playing a series. So what is the other way to retire?
When you're a legend, you should-
How have other legends done it who've been in this limbo?
Well, the Aussies and all is very clear. Then they have their little walk of fame with their kids and everything. Whether they've engineered it or they've been
Sure.
told to do it.
So
but
whether
they
they won or lost.
But it's very clear. It's final. That final is good for the next generation. The next generation knows, okay, now we are stepping up to the plate because he's gone. Matthew Hayden is gone. Opening slot is open. X will come and play.
Yeah.
So when you have this, and this is a huge thing because Rishabh Pant is, all three forms will be the number one choice for now, at least.
Yeah.
But the moment Dhoni goes, the others will get excited to fight Rishabh Pant. And, you used to have Sanju Samson, people are nipping at his heels. There's a young boy in Telangana. There are all kinds of talents out there.
Ishan Kishan
is there. So there's
But
enough.
the irony of a guy who scores at 150 strike rate being our wicketkeeper in tests and not being a frontline batsman in one days and T20 is just like...
And not even taken in the squad. He just came in because of injuries towards the end.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been great talking to you. We're running out of time. Quick word on the Ashes. For me, I'm a test cricket lover, so I'm just so excited now.
The thing is...
Rejuvenated England with the World Cup behind them.
But
Will
I
that be good or
watched...
bad?
So I actually look forward to cricket in England and Australia. They're the two countries that I watch because the
I
grace,
love
green
Bengalis.
grounds,
I love Bengalis.
ball swinging...
They're both
कभी भी
Anglophiles.
बारिश होता है.
but
Janice,
not in August.
You can sit at Lord's with your hot dog and your beer and watch the game in peace.
With it drizzling. No, I'm really looking forward to it, man, because you've got a side that's just won the World Cup and you've got Australia that has now recovered after having gone through so much shit over the last
with
year
three
and a
men
half.
with a point to prove after 1 year of being suspended in the real form.
Yeah, and I think they're both looking to rejig their... I mean, I think ODIs... What will happen with England is that Jason Roy is going to be a shoe-in
100%.
when he wasn't in the test.
100%. And he'll play Ireland first, make some runs, so he'll stay for the rest of the Ashes then.
Yeah. And with Australia, I think they are going to be taking some tough calls, right? Because they still need to figure out their middle order. They're not going to play Glenn Maxwell.
Number six.
And Mark Stoinis aren't going to make it to the test team. So
they're going to play that Pattinson fellow at 6 who bowls a little but not really. So they're playing 4 bowlers. It's very clear that they will not play 5. They don't have that all-rounder.
But you can do that and get away with in tests.
In England, if the ball is swinging, then those 3 quality seam bowlers will make a difference. And Nathan Lyon to finish off the tail, you've got enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Let's see how it plays out. I'm very excited. Do not call me after 3:30 on match days. Do not bother me. Do not call me. If you're a vendor, if you're a Scootsy, leave the food outside. We'll figure it out later. Thank you so much, guys. You've been wonderful. Janice, I'm very impressed. Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Don Bradman, and now Cyrus Brocha. Okay, probably not in the right company. I mean, Don Bradman is Australian. But it's called Cyrus Says, a wonderful show about everything. Find the show on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts.